Welcome back to the video. Today we are reacting to game theory What is MatPat hiding by the game theorists. So I really don't know what to expect. So in 3, 2, 1, let's react. There we go. Why is there no sound? I don't know.
Hello Internet, welcome to Game Theory. My name is MatPat, and we are joined on the couch today by
Now it's time to do a theory on MatPat.
a very special guest.
Where's my game theory?
MatPat is making theories about YouTubers. Maybe someone should make a theory about him.
Probably won't notice
Me to
this.
my fiance.
but
Is he going to do a theory on himself?
Like you can't do a theory about
Fine, let's do it. But be warned, we're just getting started.
Ba 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 da ba. Ba da ba ba ba.
Hello, Internet. Welcome to Game Theory. Now, I don't know if you've noticed it on the channel, but my latest obsession is with ARGs, alternate reality games. They're basically puzzles that play out in the virtual world and in the real world at the same time. A few weeks ago, it was the Fortnite ARG with the burger in the desert, the mysterious phone number, and the llamas spread across Europe, which has now bled into the Cube mystery, all topics that I'm currently working on and owe you an update about. Then I moved on to the MCU ARG, not the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but the Markiplier character universe, tracking how everyone's favorite butter-voiced gamer has been seeding clues out across dozens of his YouTube videos. The clues are part of a puzzle that crosses over between the fictional world of Markiplier's scripted sketches and the real-world Let's Player Mark Fishbach. Even Petscop, which I'm getting back to next week, can almost also be seen as an ARG, a mystery where the clues start inside of a fictional game, they spill out into a fictional series of gameplay recordings, and then cross into Petscop's own YouTube page. Whether it's the Halo I Love Bees ARG back in 2004 or FNAF's Hidden Clues on the Scott Games website, ARGs are incredible because they drop you into a real-life mystery where everyone can work together to play. But now it's our turn. The microscope is on us. After years of exposing the mysteries other people have been seeding out into the world, or haven't intentionally been seeding out, but we've cobbled together enough evidence to make a case for it anyway, it's now time to expose ourselves.
Expose
not
that
like
pet.
that. No, this summer we dipped our toes into the ARG pool, easing you into the world of clue hunting by challenging you to put the years of watching me theory craft to the test. Since this was such a new thing, some people got it, some people didn't, and I learned a whole lot about how to make this process bigger and better. So today I wanted to take a moment and give you a game theory based on the game that Game Theory created, bringing you the solution.
That's game theoryception right there. Why does sometimes when I pause the video, when I pause the video with the spacebar, it doesn't work. And sometimes when I play the video with the spacebar, it doesn't work. But this time it does work. I don't know what's happening to my keyboard, but yeah.
Solution to the first ever real-world mystery that we gave you guys to solve this past summer, so that way you all know where the clues were hiding and how the game was played, so that way you're prepared for next time. Because you never know when the next one might start. Heck, it could even be today. Oh, and I do have a quick request. Either make sure you stick around to the very end, or if you start getting bored and just want to click away, though I can't imagine why you'd ever want to do that. But even still, before you do, please do me a favor and hop to the end of the video. I have an important question that I need you guys to weigh in on regarding the future of the channel and these sorts of IRL experiences that I'd love your opinion on. The time code to skip to is boop, on the screen right now. But heck, you don't need it. You want to know how this whole thing played out and how you specifically can get involved next time. So no more waiting, let's get to exposing ourselves. Seriously, guys, stop it with Curve Pat.
Not like that.
One of my big frustrations has always been that with an audience of 11 million people, which is incredible, there's no way to interact with you all beyond just these videos. I mean, think about it this way. Even if we went to a convention as big as VidCon, which gets 30,000 attendees, and all of them were Game Theory fans, and we did one convention a day every single day for a year, we'd still only see 10,950,000 of you. So that's a big reason why we started the live stream GT Live.
Yeah, and you're gonna get more subscribers, so that's Yeah, because if you're a YouTuber, if you're a big YouTuber, there's no way, there's no possible way that you can interact with all of your fans. There's just no possible way of you doing that. If you actually do that, if you have like 1,000 subscribers, even if you have 1,000 subscribers, you still don't have a possible way to interact with all your fans because there's just too many. But you can these live streams. That's why MatPat did GT Live and yeah, all that stuff.
As a means of reaching as many of you as wanted reaching on a daily basis. But it's not quite the same as something interpersonal, IRL. You know,
Yeah.
add to that my frustration about how negative the internet and online communities are these days. It's all drama and politics. I wanted something.
Yeah, because YouTube is now like a competition platform. It's not like free, you could do anything you want. It's now like a competition. Everyone is trying to get more subs than that person. I'm trying to get more subs than that person. I'm trying to get more subs than that person. YouTube is not like that. YouTube is not a competition platform. It's a video platform. And things happening with YouTube is just too crazy. That demonetized thing, why? Why, if you want your people to be in the platform, you need to give them money. That because this YouTube gives you money. And why would you need to demonetize them? You just want to make money. You just don't want to lose money. And those people that are living with YouTube and always getting demonetized are gonna leave your platform. And I don't know what's going on with YouTube. The demonetizing the adpocalypse. Come on, YouTube. Just fix this. There's no demonetizing now, because before you could do free things, anything you could do, and it will not get demonetized in anyway. But now it's just demonetized everywhere. Why is that, YouTube? I don't know. Even if I haven't got demonetized before because I don't have any ads on my channel, it's still why. Why would you want people to go off your platform? I don't know.
That would bring theorists together to talk, to make new friends, to do what we love to do, nerd out, solve puzzles, and have fun together. So with that in mind, rewind all the way back to February, right after we released the first round of t-shirts at the beginning of the year. Seeing you all get your shirts and socks and hoodies, and then sharing the pictures with me on Twitter, and then wearing them when you showed up at meet and greets gave me this idea. This was the way to cross over and interact with everyone in real life, at scale. And heck, let's face it, a ton of other YouTubers do merch, but not one of them has ever built an ARG into the merch before, and if that's what it takes to keep my crown as nerdiest YouTuber on the internet, well then call me Hercules, because I am there to go the distance. Okay, so that's where the idea came from, but what did it actually take to solve this thing? Well, I made it clear that everyone who got merch would get themselves a clue, and they did, even if a lot of people overlooked it. It was actually hidden in the packaging. I actually thought it was great that some people tweeted at me with pictures of their merch bags, but would also then say that they were bummed that they didn't get themselves a clue. It was right there! It is there in the picture! You can see it! Anyway, the first thing that grammar-conscious theorists noticed was that the bag their merch came in would come with a typo. My hope was that this would prompt them to go online and start asking about it, where they would then start seeing that the merch actually came in 6 differently colored bags, each one with a different typo. The goal for this was to promote community. No one single person would have all the clues, and they would have to work together to solve this thing, arranging them and rearranging them by color order, alphabetical order, until you finally figured out that they spelled theory, or more accurately, T#30R%.
Wow. Wow! Some ARG stuff.
But then, what do you do with it? This is the place where a lot of you started scratching your heads, and I started seeing stuff show up on Twitter like, I got a smudge on the back of my patch, could it be a clue? Because merch ships out all across the world and can sometimes take weeks to arrive, we didn't want the contest to favor people who had ordered merch in the US or in places with faster shipping, so to make sure that everyone was on the same playing field, we held back the shipment of the GT journals, which were the linchpin in the whole puzzle, because we knew that once you guys got your hands on it, everything else would fall into place relatively quickly. And this This is something that, quite honestly, didn't work as well as we expected. We're continuing to learn from it since it seemed to cause more frustration than fairness. It's a tough problem to solve, but we have a couple of potential solutions in the works for future ARGs, so we heard your notes, we understand the frustration, and don't worry, we're working on improving the process in the future. Anyway, almost immediately after the journals went out, teams of theorists started to notice that something funny was going on with the images. Although there were a lot of pictures and text, for some reason all the eyes seemed to have these weird designs in them. To further emphasize this, the last page of the journal told readers to keep their eyes open. Looking closer, you could see that all the designs were letters, and going through them sequentially, you could spell out hasmatpatgonemad.com. Next part is obvious, heading to that website.
Yeah.
Once there, loyal theorists found a special video waiting just for them. Now, I've done a lot of cringeworthy things over the years, things that'll be used to embarrass me for decades to come and kill any hopes of me ever becoming president one day, but this video is just another addition in that pile. You see, it's a super creepy rendition of yours truly staring back at you. And although some people were misled by the audio in the background, which was definitely some place I considered to hide some more clues, to keep things logically consistent for this first ever ARG, I wanted to stick with the theme of eyes. So if you were to track my blinking, it was all done in Morse code. Spelling out the Morse code yielded the following phrase, thetheoristgateway.com. So it was once again off to another website where you had to verify that you weren't a robot and then put in the final code, a color code. The code that related back to the colors on the packaging, theory. Now if you're one of the lucky and incredibly fast first 100 finishers, you were promised a special prize for being among the first to make it there. We're putting the finishing touches on those prizes now. Those one-of-a-kind pieces will be signed by us and then sent to you to commemorate your victory in this challenge. A little tip of the cap from one theorist to another. And to make it clear now that it's all said and done, since there was some confusion about all this, a lot of those first 100 finishers were people who didn't actually buy the merch. Like I said, purchasing merch wasn't a requirement of winning. Did it help? Yeah, absolutely, because some of the clues were hidden in your hands. But it was my intent to design something that as many of you as possible would be able to participate in by joining a team, sharing images, and brainstorming together as a community. And to those of you who made it all the way to the end of the ARG but weren't in the first 100, don't worry. We're actually keeping track of everyone who completes these things behind the scenes and making sure that there are some benefits for you as well. You think I was joking about theorist points when I mentioned them a few episodes back? Nope. Think again. Whether or not you realize they exist, you have a tally of theorist points that we're keeping track of. Points that'll be redeemable for something down the line. All of which leads me to the really exciting part next time. Because if you thought that this was a one-off mystery, boy, I am just getting warmed up. I intentionally made this one quick to solve, A, to warm you guys up, and B, to start working out some of the kinks, almost like this was a beta test. We heard your feedback, the good and the constructive. Thank you very much. And we're working on solutions now, like ensuring that no one thing holds too many clues, doing videos like this that inform you of how the rules in future ARGs operate, and making sure that there are time equalizers in place so that everyone across the world can access sections of the puzzle at the same time. No one is waiting on stuff to arrive in the mail or thinking that the puzzle can be completed earlier than it can be and all of that. We are refining things, we are making them better, so get ready. There's gonna be another mystery rolling out in November to...
It's MatPat. The first time we have seen MatPat before. This is the first MatPat we have ever seen, I think.
Go along with the holiday gear we're coming out with. So jingle those bells and prepare yourself for a real puzzler this time. No more Mr. Nice Pat. You guys are an incredibly smart community, and I know that you're gonna have a really good time sinking your teeth into this one. But that being said, I'd like to make this all bigger, a lot bigger. And that's where I have this serious question for you guys. Over the past couple months, YouTube approached us about their new membership feature and asked if we'd be interested in using it. Basically, it allows you guys to become a sponsor of the channel for $5 a month, and you would get special perks that us channel creators would dictate. It's kind of like a combination of Twitch and Patreon models. Now, we've been pretty wary about turning on stuff like this in the past, and if you've watched any of our live streams, we actively talk about the fact that we never want people to feel like they have to pay to be a part of this community, or have their voice heard. Despite the fact that game theory does take a lot more hours than your typical YouTube video because of all the scripting, the research, the hundreds of editing hours, we can make it work with AdSense alone, so thankfully we've never had to ask you guys for any sort of funding in the past. But at the same time, others over here on the team have mentioned in the past that things like memberships and the perks that it offers are really attractive to people who'd rather show their love and appreciation for a channel in digital ways, where they get digital goods like badges and special emotes for that small sponsorship donation. And since this is a community that we've all built together, I didn't want to single-handedly make a decision about something that you all might want access to. So when YouTube asked us if we wanted to try memberships, we literally told them, hang on, we want to ask the people who would be joining this community in the first place. So that brings us to the this poll. For the first 7 days that this video's live, we're actually going to be running a survey. Here's the question that I need you to vote on. Would you like memberships turned on as a feature for this channel? Now,
That question, I would probably say yes. I'd probably want that to be a thing, even though I'm not gonna fund it. Or that. But yeah, I would like it.
just so we're all clear, for that $5, you would get yourself a badge next to your name in the comments that would get more exclusive the longer you're joined as a member. You would get 10 or more customized Theorist and GT Live icons to use in the comments. You would get access to special member-only videos and posts that we would do. You would get access to merch discounts and at least one member-only live stream per month, as well as other things that we think of down the line. What doesn't go away is everything that we're doing already. GT Live will still be around, Game Theory and The Science will also still be around. Absolutely no memberships required. Your funding would all just be for added stuff on the channel. And what you'd also be doing is helping us expand into more cool, bigger interactive activities like this ARG. I don't know if you picked up on this, but ARGs like the one we ran this summer require a huge amount of planning and work. For this one, we needed to design and build 2 separate websites, completely design the clues in the journal by hand, and then print, manufacture, and randomize.
That probably took you like a lot of days, because signing a book and then making a website and making another website. I mean, yeah, that took you a lot of time.
My 6 different kinds of packaging to do the merch. To do that, we needed a lot of help. And so you joining the membership program would just allow us to make future puzzles bigger and better, with more steps along the way, allowing more people to play and making the prizes even more special. So, I really need you to vote. Click the link in the top of the description to cast your vote. Either yes, no, or I don't care. A vote for yes enables us to do more interactive puzzles and ARGs with you, not just with merch, but even in our regular episodes. Who knows? The next one may have even just started. Honestly, the last 7 years of watching this channel has showed all of you to look.
What was that? That flashed on screen. Wait, what?
With merch, but even in our regular episodes. Who knows? The next one may have even just started. Honestly,
Is that part of something? I know. Is that part of something that is like ARG? What was that? What was that number that flashed on the screen?
but even in our regular episodes. Who knows? The next one may have even just started. Honestly, the last...
Look at that! I don't know if that's part of anything, but it probably is. Because why would they put that there if it's not part of anything? That's weird.
Last 7 years of watching this channel has showed all of you to look for stuff like hidden code in HTML files, how to convert JPEGs to .text files, or how to run audio through a spectrograph to reveal hidden messages. Even on the live streams, we've been leaving you with hidden messages for almost 3 years as crypto.
What? What?
Cryptograms in the background. Don't worry, there are still a lot of tricks up my sleeve, but I need to know whether this is something you're interested in.
Yeah, definitely. You have a lot of tricks up your sleeve because that number just flashed on the screen. I know what that is, but that's probably a part of this ARG thing that MatPat is doing.
Or honestly, whether you'd rather just get your 16-minute theory every week and then be on your way. Because let me tell you, if that's all you want, it makes my life a heck of a lot easier. But at the end
Well, this is not a 16-minute theory. The video that I'm doing is 16 minutes more. But it's 14 minutes, come on.
of the day, it's all about making this channel something that you're going to be excited about now and another 10 million subscribers from now. And making these sorts of games is fun for me, but if you don't like them, well then, I'll just make them for myself, I guess. Alright, so this is your chance to dictate the future of this channel. Like Captain Planet says, the power is yours. Don't let your vote go to waste. And let me honestly know what you think. Like,
Probably a lot of parts of this video is probably related to the ARG that MatPat is doing in the future, but that number just flashed on the screen. I don't know what that is related to. That's probably related to the ARG thing.
like I said, this community is something I marvel at every single day, and I'm so proud that we've been able to build it up to this level, but a decision like this is just too big. I don't want to deprive you of features that you might want, but at the same time, I don't want to turn on something that makes some of you feel alienated. So so I really need your opinion on this. I've been of two minds of it this entire time. And regardless, don't worry, because more games and more theories will be on the way. Thank you guys for your opinion, your enthusiasm, and for watching.
Okay, that was the game here. That was a video. Yeah. I'm not gonna ask you to like. I'm not gonna ask you to dislike. I'm not gonna ask you to do anything. Just do anything in the comments or down below if you want to. I'm not gonna ask you. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching. And of course, peace to other people that have peace.